What's up everybody, my name is Bigg and welcome back to another movie review. And today we are talking about the #1 movie on Netflix currently as of May 16th, over that Friday of May. And this video will be coming out sometime over the next week. But go check this movie out on Netflix right now. I cannot recommend Nonnas enough. Starring Vince Vaughn from director Stephen Chbosky, who did things like Perks of the Wildflower, or Perks of Being a Wallflower, which was a very well-received movie back in the day and critically acclaimed. But this movie is probably not a Netflix movie, but the best movie Netflix has put out in a long fucking time. I would have seen this movie in theaters. I cried like a baby watching this movie. It was so beautiful, and it had all of the messages that this movie needed to have. It had all the family messages. It had like heartbreak with losing, dealing with loss and grief, and how someone might go about that. And this man had just lost his grandmother and his mother, and his thoughts after the fact weren't just sadness. He was thinking about the things he loved about them and the way that they showed him love, and that was through their cooking and their Italian food and Sunday gravy and, you know, making sauce. And it was just so beautiful. And like, I have a little bit Italian in me, sure, you know, I'm mostly Irish on one half of my side, but I have some Italian in me. But more than anything, like, I have some Italian in my DNA, but I have Italian in my soul from one person in particular, and that's Marianne Priscilla. I love you, honey. And Leo and his sister Gigi and his father Sal. This family took me in and just brought me to Italian parties and cooked, and, you know, I'd just be over there hanging out with Leo, and then all of a sudden we would just have 800 of his family members, it all piled into his house on one table, and they're all, you know, it's so loud, but they're all talking and having a great time, and wine's flying and food everywhere, and they're like, sit, eat, you're a big boy, you need to eat. I'm like, I already did, but sure, I'll eat more, you know. Like, the food was that good that you're just like, bop, 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 just throwing it down. But, you know, it really made me think back to memories like that. And, you know, there's two Italian grandmothers fighting and arguing. I'm from Sicily, I'm from Boyana, you know, they start fighting back and forth, and one of them's like, oh my god, what should we happen? And they're like, let them fight, it's the Italian way. You know, like, yeah. But the cast is tremendous. Vince Vaughn playing Joe, Lorraine Bracco playing Roberta, TALIA SHIRE, who plays Teresa. Oh my god, I didn't even know, like, I had religious, you know, I've got the cross on my arm, but like, I haven't been to church in a long time, and this woman's praying for them, and I was like, yeah, man, you don't need to go to church to be able to say a good prayer. And like, the way that she just like said a good prayer for them, and she's like, now we wait for a miracle, and then a miracle walks in the door. I was like, oh my god, like, the writing was so beautiful and so perfect. And Linda Cardellini's character, Olivia, is like complicated, but her and Joe have a past, and I was like, this movie had it felt like it had rich history, and like these characters had known each other forever, even though some of them were just meeting for the first time, you know. And Brenda VACCARO playing Antonella, and Drea Matteo playing Stella, who is Bruno, Joe Manganiello's wife. Like, I was like, oh my god, this cast couldn't be hotter. Joe Manganiello, Drea De Matteo, sexy as hell. She also was in The Sopranos, but Drea, oof, I love her to death. But the two of them as his like best friend's wife and like him, I really, really dug everything about this movie. And then Susan Sarandon playing Gia, who was like their pastry maker. She would make the cannolis and the biscotti, and all of the food looked so good. I just wanted to taste it through the screen last night watching this. But her character of Gia and Susan Sarandon, I mean, I don't know how, she's got to be getting up there in age, but she looks fucking tremendous. She couldn't look better. I'm like, Susan goddamn Sarandon, whew, you know, good for her. But overall, I gave this movie 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really, really loved it. The movie ended and I wanted more. I was like, no, I want to go back and rewatch this. I need to rewatch this. Like, so this will definitely be one of the movies that I feel like I see again. Although I feel like my soul saw every minute of this, you know, like I was really into it, and I was like really touched by it, and, you know, remembering just my grandmother's cooking the whole time, you know, just being like, wow, my Nonna, you know, like, and she's getting up there in age, and if she was to pass, I would love to do something like this in remembrance of her and have her old recipes. And I've been telling her for a couple of years now, hey, write down some of your great recipes. She's like, I don't really have any. And I'm like, you do though. Like, you have phenomenal recipes that like she could be making cookbooks and, you know, writing down shit for me. So like so the recipes live on, you know what I mean? Like, what was that Michael Irving meme that's been going around? We're losing recipes, you know? Like, we can't be losing recipes. Women don't know how to cook today. We're losing recipes, you know? Like, freaking grandmothers everywhere, though. Like, this guy's idea was phenomenal. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have grandmothers cook the meal, you know? It will feel like you're home. And this restaurant's a real restaurant in Staten Island. I might have to go drive out to Jersey. I think that's Staten Island, New York. Same. New York to Jersey people like, oh, hey, oh! Like, well, Boston guy, forgive me. But, you guys cut me up, but it's okay. I'll take it down the waterfront. We'll get some chipachi. It'll be fun. I really want to go to this restaurant now, though. The homey vibes and just, what a beautiful restaurant. Beautiful story. 4.5 out of 5 stars, about a 9 out of 10. Drop your score down in the comment section below. And if you'd like to support the channel and you made it this far, please consider liking this video, commenting down below, subscribing if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that bell so you don't miss future movie reviews and future videos when they drop, and you'll get the notifications. If you'd like to follow my other social medias, links down in the description below. Thank you guys so much. My name is Big Cam once again, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.